Spiritual superstars, I just saw a message that I had to pull over before I get home. Let me excuse the image. Listen to the message. You will not heal by going back to what broke you or who broke you for that matter. And let me tell you, I had to learn that the hard way. Many of us got to go through it. We got to be bit multiple times for it to happen, and bit different times, different ways, before you realize you actually went back to the same thing that hurt you, that broke you, that made you feel less than, that made you feel disrespected, violated, harmed, disgusted, the whole 9 yards, that took away from you having self-respect, dignity, that ate away at your values, your standards, before you realize, wait a minute, I'm letting this joker or I'm letting this mess back in my life. You will not heal until you get it up and out and you walk away from it. Sometimes you got to run from it. And I'm going to tell you, in your awakening, if you are waking up to your values, to your standards, to knowing that you don't deserve the abuse, sometimes it feels like torture to wake up to realize you don't deserve to be treated as less than. Let me tell you something. Somebody used to tell me they didn't care how I felt. They didn't care how I felt. And I used to be like, well, I feel like this. And that's just how I feel. And you know what he would say? I don't care how you felt. I don't care how you feel. Literally, that's what he would say. And it took me a long time to even realize, wait a minute, Nikki, what are you doing? He's telling you he does not care about you. To walk away completely. To let him feel the void. And let me feel free. You have to walk away from whatever is harming you in the first place. And if you continue to believe the lies that's keeping you going back, whether you're lying to yourself or you're being lied to, you can't heal. That you have to do in the silence and the stillness. You have to honor that experience. So spiritual superstars, if you're going back to what's harming you, whether it's a job, a person, whether it's a behavior, an action, whether it's family, a lover, a spouse, whether it's your kids, your parents, no matter who it is, there's something in you that's going to tell you, hold up, wait. That's our creator. Whether it's your angels, your ascended loved ones, it's your spiritual team, that's our creator, that's spirit. Something in you is going to tell you, wait. That's the pivot. And that wait, when you go in the opposite direction of what you were just about to do, you will have received your spiritual guidance. And I'm going to tell you a tip that helped me, that I wish that I knew way back in my 20s. I wish I knew this, but I know it now, so I'm going to share it with you. Is open your mouth. Say what's going on to people that are going to tell you the God's honest truth, that are going to tell you what you don't want to hear when you know you need to hear it. You got to tell them. They have your back. So what would I do? Keep it to myself. Wouldn't share it with nobody. Especially the one friend who I knew would be like, girl, please, you need to leave. You need to leave him alone. Why you keep going back? I didn't want to hear that. So I wouldn't tell her nothing. And that's the one person that I should have told. And there was somebody else that I should have told everything that was going on. My mama. And I never did. I try to keep as much away from those two as possible, so that I could keep going back and rationalize it, justify it. And then what about the jobs that you know you need to leave? What about that? You need to consult with somebody. consult with someone who's going to give you the feedback that your own brain can't give you, that your human is not going to readily receive, because your human is going back out of fear. Don't want to lose that job because your human fears being able to make it doing something else. But you got to share that with somebody that's going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. So you cannot heal by going back to the same thing that broke you. Comment down below and tell me how this message hits you. I love you, spiritual superstars. I love y'all to life. All right. Have a beautiful day. And don't forget, come on in here and type in your hashtag and your 4 ones, the opening of the spirit realm. Hashtag your 4 ones. You got to do that to help everybody else know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, it's the opening of the spirit realm. You got to create that opportunity for yourself. That is when you hear your spiritual guidance. All right? So just remember this message. You cannot heal if you keep going back to what broke you. I love y'all.